Hi, it's Leanne from Nurture Weight Loss. How are you going? You're a healthy weight loss coach. Hey, I wanted to start off with day 2 of our Power Up challenge. So if you haven't joined this free challenge before, this is day 2, and each day for 10 days we're discussing tricky topics, things that make us feel powerful and things that don't make us feel powerful. So when I looked at everything that we have been, when I wrote down everything that I think makes a woman really powerful, things that I admire, traits and actions and just confidence and things like that that really make a woman step up and feel in her power. There were a lot of things that made us not so powerful. So we went through that yesterday a little bit, and I'm going to go through a different topic each day. Yeah. So we're talking about, guilt, overwhelm, confidence, all the things that really get in the way. Yeah. And there's some good things in there too. There was mindfulness and calmness and the things that we need to feel really powerful. So yesterday our tasks were to write down, let me check on that actually, to write down all our inner superpowers, all our inner strengths, right? That was one of the tasks that we had after yesterday's training, talking about what it means to be powerful, what it means to not be in a position of power, not feel in your power, the things that, situations and actions that don't feel so great. So we wrote down all the things we loved about ourselves, our inner strength, and what we think were our superpowers, yeah? That was one task. Now we had another task, and that was to write down the things that you believe are not so powerful about yourself, things that you maybe don't like so much, and that do not reflect your power. So that was task 2. Then we actually had to go along on that list and write true or false, because of course some things that we believe about ourselves are actually not true. Okay, we know that already, that some of it is a belief maybe that we've held from childhood, from bad experiences, from relationships, from work, from high school, things that really stick, unfortunately, and maybe not in such a positive way. And the last task, which I'm going to talk a bit again briefly, was making a mantra, like I wrote one yesterday. I realize that this is backwards, so you can't see this, but I am happy, purposeful, present, because one of my goals is to stay present and be mindful, really mindful, vibrant, and I love feeling healthy and strong every day. So it's got to be something that you want to be, something you envisage about yourself that, as a goal, I suppose. But this is something I repeat, I read, I look at it often when I need a bit of extra reminder about inner strength and power, my powers. And it's obviously written in a way that I'm already there, right? So you write it as if you are already there. So one of the things that I found when we were discussing about, when I looked at this project, if you like, for around power, one of the things that I found was belief. So the women that I know that are very strong and in their powers and are very good at what they do, and they've just got their act together, they had a really strong, and there's been lots of studies around this as well. If you know Brené Brown's work, she does a lot in this area. It's found that belief, the belief in yourself, the belief that you're worthy, the belief that you've got a lot to contribute, belief that you can do what you want to do, belief that you can change things you don't like, and the belief that you are, I think I said worthy, right? You're important enough, yeah? And that you belong doing whatever you want. So that was a really key thing, so belief. So that's why one of those tasks, we're going to talk about belief, all right? Because that came down to the difference between people that are really strong and know what they're doing and feel very confident to those that don't. It's the belief that you can do it. Maybe you haven't trusted it before and you haven't tried that before. So I also suggested you write down your mantra into the Facebook group, if you're brave enough, all right? But this is a safe group. It's a closed private group as well. So I wanted to see what you were able to come up with. And this may be totally new for all of you, right? I've spent a lot of time lately doing a lot of mindset work, and this is where a lot of where this has come from, yeah? So if this is new to you, hang in there, because it's still a very important thing to do, and it's worth it, yeah? So I wanted to talk about, so belief about you, so your own personal confidence and power comes down to your factor of belief, right? So what do you believe you have the power to do? Do you believe in yourself? Do you trust in yourself? Power means that you actually have the power to choose. You have the power to act the way you want, the power to decide, make choices and decisions that are in your best interest, right? Now, we don't always make the decisions that are in our best interest, unfortunately, but hopefully as you get older and more wiser, you make less that are not in your best interest, that I've found anyway. But you believe you're worthy, right? You're worthy to be seen, to contribute, to be heard, that you are enough, right? You're important, you're enough, and you're deserving of whatever you choose, love, income, whatever it is that you're stopping yourself from getting, yeah? So I wanted to just briefly touch on that because I think that's the conclusion I came to when I finished all this. There's about, 12 topics that I talked about, but they all have that aspect of belief. Now, if you believe things that are actually not so positive about yourself, or you're working from a place of fear, being scared, it's all about belief, right? It's all what you believe. If you feel that you can't, that you're not confident and you're not acting and you're not working in your best interest and you're not doing the things that you need to do, there's a reason for that. And you believe that you can't, or you believe that, I think it's just such a massive thing. And it's part of feeling that you have choices, right? Believing that you have the choice. You have choice to do, and you deserve to make the decisions that are best for you, yeah? So that was definitely a key thing in feeling powerful, in helping women feel really powerful, is knowing that they were worthy of their rights to do what they want, yeah? And worthy of change, worthy of thinking how they choose. You have the right to do all those things. So in line of that, we're going to go back to the mantra again, because again, this is where it might be something like, I believe I am strong and powerful. I make choices that are best for me. I believe that I am worthy and enough just as I am, right? So that might be a mantra that, or something that means something to you. So you write that down, yeah? So again, we come up with these ideas and you repeat them. You read them, you repeat them, you hang them over your mirror, you hang them on your wall. When you see them, they're reflecting of what you think about yourself. So it's really, really important, yeah? You can put any comments or chats or love hearts, anything. If these sorts of things are really resonating with you, I said yesterday that not everything is going to be something that you're experiencing, but I'm pretty sure that some of these struggles are going to really hit the nail on the head for some people, yeah? And for some of the things that we struggle with. And I also said, I don't have all the answers. This is my take on it. And I'm just trying to help where I think, it can be simplified. Broken down, and maybe, I do this in my coaching. So we work together to try and work out where we can make it easier and simple and take out the stuff that's getting in the way. Yeah. So that was one little, that was number 2, belief of worthiness. There is I'm looking at a workbook. That's what I've created, a worksheet. So if you want the worksheet, which I'll post into the group and put into the files, or I can email it to you. So you just send me a message if you want me to email that to you, okay? All right, so confidence to act. So again, belief that you are confident, to feel confident, to feel in your personal power, you are confident in your own skin. With your own decisions, you are confident that you are acting in a way that reflects who you really are, right? So you're not pretending, you're not scared to show your true self or your thoughts or your opinions, because you already know that they are important. You are important and you have something to contribute, and you can be heard. You have the right to be heard, yeah? So that comes down to belief and worthiness again. But with confidence, I want to talk about acting, having the bravery to act, yeah? So I think that's a really big thing, because sometimes we're stuck, and it's not that I suppose we're not deciding. We're not making a decision. We're actually going to stay there. We're going to stay in the same position that we're in. We don't know what to do. We're going to stay there. So you're deciding to do nothing, right? Rather than acting. So that's usually because of fear. So if we want to talk about our actions, so confidently being brave, taking action or achieving what you want, right? So you have to be brave. You need to be brave to act. You need to show courage to try and not be scared of failing. So you've got to also work out why you're scared and what you're scared of. Are you are you believing that you're not good enough, that you're going to fail, you're going to make yourself look like a fool, people are going to not be interested? You've got to look at why, right? What is stopping you from acting? Is it just that it's just too big. It's just too daunting. It's the outcome. You don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, so I suppose confidence is also feeling that whatever the outcome is, you can handle it, right? And that you can handle disappointment, and that you're going to be, I suppose, looking at how to go forward from not acting, detaching yourself from the outcome, right? So if you're so afraid or worried about the outcome, you've already lost, right? You've already lost your confidence. You're not actually going to try or act or change because you're worried about the outcome. You have to detach yourself from the outcome so that you can actually make a decision. And you don't have to have all the answers at the start. One action repeats another action and just grows, right? If you don't know where you're going, or you just need to become unstuck from where you are, you need to make a decision one way or another moving forward, yeah? So, and not being scared of being not good enough or not succeeding, right? Because, again, that's just having the confidence, and the only way to get the confidence is actually doing it, doing something, right? Achieving something. Doing nothing will not make you feel confident. It will not grow confidence. It will not help you grow. It will not help you learn. You can't move forward without acting. So you have to have some sort of action, right? Yeah. I mentioned Brené Brown before. She's a researcher, extremely great author, brilliant thought leader. But she, and in my workbook, I put a mem from her. So this is what she says, right? It's worse to spend your life on the outside looking in, wondering what if, than it is to try and dare greatly and risk the chance of failure. So dare greatly, get in the arena and try, right? So she's all about bravery and courage and giving things a try and stepping up, yeah? So that's what I love her stuff, right? So I talk about a few different people in our groups. So the fear stops us from acting in the first place. Fear of not succeeding, the outcome, maybe it won't be the way you thought it was going to be, but it actually stops us from trying, stops us from feeling confident, right? So what if it doesn't work? There's a lot of overthinking, thinking the worst, catastrophizing, thinking the worst case scenario is going to happen, overthinking, self-doubt, right? Self-doubt is a big one, because the minute you get brave, something in there just puts a little doubt in your head that maybe this won't work, or maybe you're not good enough and you're going to make a fool of yourself or whatever. So it depends what your situation is, but the resistance to change is all based on being tied on that outcome. So if you can remove yourself from the outcome, even temporarily, and just make an action, you will be able to try and work on that resistance to change, yeah? So you need to trust, right? So you need to trust with confidence that it'll be okay, yeah? And just be brave. So that's pretty much my take on confidence, right? You must act first. It's not going to come. It's like motivation. Motivation isn't going to come. You act and then the motivation comes, right? So you need to actually start. You need to start somewhere, yeah? So today's only short training. I'm hoping that most days are going to be short for you because you don't have a lot of time. But I hope that kind of all these sorts of ideas are just to try and open and broaden your mind, I suppose, your resistance, your ideals, your beliefs, thinking a different way, and stepping up, right? Stepping up into the next level, getting up and being powerful, moving away from those traits that don't make you feel very powerful, and work on the things that do make you feel powerful, right? Because you have the confidence and the power and the belief to choose what you want, to act how you want, to think how you want, obviously in your best interest, not obviously to the detriment of yourself, yeah? So that's why it's important. So that's my training today. I will talk to you again tomorrow, and I wonder if you saw, now we talked about mini habits yesterday, so this morning I posted a little tiny workout for you to do. We can get up now anyway and do the one squat that we talked about. Maybe we'll do 2 today because we're already in the squat position, maybe 3. Right. Yep, push-ups. We can do dips today. Maybe what I'll do, I can do it on the couch somehow. Don't know how you're going to see that. But you can do some dips off the edge of the couch. So have a look at the workout. It's not very good, not very good filming, is it? But anyway. And I apologise, this room is being renovated, so it's being plastered and there's patches everywhere. It's not very good. but it's a nice little quiet room, so that's why I hide in here. So if you've got any questions about being more confident, changing resistance, right, or dropping resistance against something you need to get done and you're just resisting it and you don't know why you're resisting it so much. If you want to talk about your strengths, your inner strengths, your not so inner powerful strengths, the ones that aren't working for you, your actions, confidence to act, and your belief. Yeah, now, you know what I didn't do is talk about the task today. Sorry, I've forgotten the task. What I want you to do for your task today is write down everything that you would do, try, be in full dream, right? Think big, dream big. If you had full confidence, if there was no confidence issues at all, or no fears of failing, or care for failing, or care for the outcome, right? So if you had no care for the outcome, what would you try and do? What would you try and be? What would you do? Yeah, I want you to write down everything. I told you yesterday you need a writing pad. Get yourself a writing pad and a pen. If you haven't done the task from yesterday, go back, because that's the start of it, right? We're starting to mold our power and identify our strengths, which is really, 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 really important. But today I want you to just dream big and think about, if you had no confidence issues at all, no fear of failing, what would you do? What would you try? What would you be? Write it all down and you'll be surprised what just dreams up, what comes out, yeah? So we're imagining that we have no fears of failure. We have the confidence to do whatever the hell we like. That's what we're imagining, yeah? So I want you to work on that, and then tomorrow we'll talk about reducing overwhelm, yeah? So I shall talk to you soon. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Bye.